based support system to keep you going. For many of us, there's no easy way out of the mess we create in our lives, even if it wasn't your fault, but sometimes it was. But the good news is that there is a way out if you would choose to believe in the impossible. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Frank Salazar. Orlando couldn't be here today. He's doing what he does, but we do have a special guest. And before I introduce our special guest, I'm going to speak for just a few more minutes. Now, I want to talk about getting involved. Because sometimes we can come here, sit in a class, sit in a sermon, sit in school, and we're thinking, I'm doing my part. But if you're not involved, you're not going to get anything out of it. Now, I've been getting my kids a little bit more and more each year. And I started to notice as they're getting older, they're getting less involved because they're on their phone or they're playing games. And one time my son asked me to play a role-playing game with paper, dice, and you write your character. And we started playing that. And I noticed that my middle son was a little bit disengaged until I started to encourage him to get involved. And now we talk about the next time we're going to meet and what he wants to do and his character. And he wouldn't have done that unless I got him engaged. And that's what we need to do here. Get involved in either Choose to Change, get involved with your church, with a program that you're in. Because the more you're engaged, the more you're involved, the more you're going to get something out of it. I'm a part of another program called Hub City Toastmasters, and we meet every Wednesday. And at first, same thing. I'm just going to go there for a few minutes, hour out of my day, and that's it. Once a week, and that's it. But I started getting involved. I started doing speeches and helping out. And 2 years later, I'm the area director for the Rio Grande Valley, and that wouldn't have happened if I hadn't been involved. And there's people here. I saw Chavarria come in 9, 10, 11 years ago. And how old are you, Chavarria? 25, 26? And he would just come in, look mean, sit down, listen to Orlando, and leave until he started seeing that he could actually do something. And he started by making coffee. He started by cleaning tables and picking up chairs. And now he's one of our mainstay members that we rely on him. And that wouldn't happen if he wouldn't have gone involved. So I want to encourage all of you, get involved. Don't just be a spectator, be a doer. And without further ado, our guest speaker is Daniel Salinas, and he's going to be speaking to us today. I think this is his first time speaking here. So let's give him a warm round of applause. Welcome, Daniel, to the lectern. Daniel. Let's give a round of applause to Daniel. Eduardo Chavarria is going to pass around the bucket. So if you want to give, donate, whatever you want, you don't have to. And while he's doing that, I want to say Daniel did a great job. And we didn't rehearse what we were going to talk about. It just so happened he already had his speech ready. And he said, oh, by the way, Orlando said you were going to speak for 5 minutes. Oh, I am. Okay. And I already had something ready, and it just happened to kind of match up. So what he was saying about getting involved, and there's men in prison, and there's men somewhere that they want to be a part of this, and for some reason they can't. But it's up to us that are here to go encourage them and spread the gospel. And once you're involved and once you're engaged, it's going to take more than just coming once a day, once in a while. Like, if you really want to make a difference, you invest yourself in it. I mentioned my friend Eduardo Chavarria. When he came in, everyone thought he was just this worthless thug, but he was like picking up chairs, picking up tables. He's one of the kindest persons that I've met, and people look up to him. and they do that because of what he does. He's had like what 10 heart attacks now. Like he's had quite a few medical issues, and he just had one recently. But he's here. He gives himself all the time when he's here, and that's what we have to do. So don't just get involved by just doing a little bit here, a little bit there. Put yourself into it, and you're not going to get thanked right away. Don't think because you picked up one chair, everyone's going to throw a parade for you. It's going to take a while. So that's what I wanted to say about that. And we will be having Choose to Change next week. I just verified with Orlando. So there will be Choose to Change the day after Christmas. And I'll say there's some coffee if you want some coffee. And with that, Choose to Change is dismissed.